and I think it's an invitation that I'd like to put out to the readers as well, is don't read this book trying to chase something specific, right? Go through the process, experience it. I mean, you as an author, you have a better take on that, but I'm so enjoying the book because I'm not necessarily chasing anything specific. Let's go right to the beginning, and let's simplify what self-leadership truly is. What is self-leadership?
Self-leadership is self-discovery and self-creation. Self-creation in terms of truly, how do I desire to experience this life? And you touched so beautifully on it in don't chase this for an outcome, for a specific outcome. Yeah. The very first chapter, and why I start with the first key of masculine and feminine energetics, is because this whole outcome-driven life that we have created in society is masculine. It's all about what is it that we achieve, what is it that we create, and we have lost and forgotten the experience. And this experience of self, the experience of life, the experience of everything is the feminine energetics, which is why self-leadership is in the realm of the feminine energetics, because it's the inward journey. It is how we actually feel in this conversation. It's the experience that we create, the lights that we use, the drink that I have, the how I've set it up around me for what I see, how I get to connect with you. That is all the experience. And so self-leadership is where we start reconnecting to the experience of everything, the depth available to us in everything, instead of just being focused on the outward leadership, what it looks like, who is following us, who must we lead, all of those things that we have been brought up to chase in a way. Yeah. I'm helping people to remember it's not about what it looks like, it's about what it feels like. And so that is the invitation for self-leadership, is how do we actually get to have a deeply fulfilling, enriched experience of ourselves in life, and thereby how we experience life in and of itself.
How important is reclaiming our history for us to be able to, to establish a great foundation for that self-leadership?
It's everything. It's everything. People at the moment are struggling to make sense of life. I'm amazed at how many people are in therapy right now, trying to make sense of things. But it is as though history is living them instead of them understanding that they have lived history. Instead of trying to make sense of why things happened and why did somebody do this to me, we get to reclaim that and just go, this is something that happened. Yeah. Who do I get to choose to be when I reclaim all of these things and they no longer have power over me? They were just things that happened, but I get to choose who I am today as this woman. So by reclaiming our history and our experience of our history, we no longer get traumatized by it, and therefore we are no longer in the shadow of the history. The history is now in the shadow of our past. And therefore, because it's reintegrated, it no longer has a hold over us, and we can start living forward instead of 1 foot in history and 1 foot trying to go into the future, and then wondering why we feel split in two. Yeah. So when we can start reclaiming our history and just owning it for ourselves, we're owning our power instead of letting it have its power over us.